The big game is just around the corner. Are you ready?
Yes, Coach!
The game plan is simple. For 4 days, beginning Thursday, February 3rd, the only place to be is the Bud Light Hotel. Right, the Bud Light Hotel is 4 days of parties and concert events. It's the hottest destination in Dallas leading up to the big game. For your chance to check in, check out BudLightHotel.com. The Bud Light Hotel is also hosting the exclusive Playboy Party as well as performances by some of today's hottest musical acts. Yay! Bud Light Hotel! Bud Light and Playboy, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only, the fabulous Miss Meyers! Welcome back to our stage, Miss Meyers. Uh-oh, when you're breaking it down when I turn back. Oh, hit it, girl, hit it, girl. Yeah, and bam! That's called getting drunk, ladies and gentlemen, at the cream. You know nothing about that. Oh, wait a minute, let's do this real quick. Ebony and Ivory. That's called spontaneous. Anyway, y'all know nothing about that. Now, Courtney, welcome to our stage, sweetheart. You did your thing last month. We're in another location, but this is truly our home, and we'd like to thank you and welcome you to the stage. Now, Courtney, tell all our viewers who are not familiar with you from last month a little bit about yourself.
My name is Courtney K. Meyers. My friends call me CKM because that's a mouthful. And I'm a stand-up comedian and an amazing person. And you can read my recipes and ridiculous thoughts online in my blog. Just check out ckmcomedy.com. Love you long time.
Ooh, a long time. You must have been on a tour overseas. We're going to let Courtney do her thing for y'all right now. I want you in the house to give her some energy and make her feel like that she is at the Hoo-Hoo Theater with a Brazilian person in front of her. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Courtney Meyers.
Thank you so much. Trying to give it up for her. This whole thing together, that is a lot of work. I don't like that. That's not fun. When I walked in the door, China was like, Courtney, didn't you realize that this talent show is for black people? And I was like, oh, I didn't get the memo. She was like, that's fine, give me $5. Fine. Take her money, she's a hustler, that's all I'm trying to say. Love you. Hugs. I almost didn't come, I really didn't. I almost didn't come down here. I had to drive down here from my house, okay? And I'm lazy. And I had to get gas, it was low on gas. So I stopped at the gas station on the way down, and it was $3.33. First of all, pretty sure Satan and God got together, made peace, and now the whole freaking world's going to hell. That's ridiculous. $3.33, you guys, that is more than you tip a stripper. It's bullshit. And it's not that I don't think gas is valuable. I do. I just don't think it should cost more than a woman's love. This is bullshit. I did not want to pay it. I don't pay for titties. That is silly. It's done. I don't know. I got ticked off on the way down here too. Freaking, I started driving down here. I came the whole way down Arlington, okay? I'm almost scared. And this dude straight up cuts me off. And on the back of this car, he had a bumper sticker that said, "What would Jesus do?" I let myself into the car and I let him know. He used his goddamn turn signal! I feel much better now. Thanks for letting me get that off my chest. I'm happy to be here, really. We're good. So, I appreciate you guys coming. I really do. I appreciate you supporting comedy. You know, it means I don't have to get a job. I haven't wanted to do that for a long time. Here's what happened. Okay, so I had a really serious thing change in my life, like 3 years ago at this point. Okay, so 3 years ago, you guys seem nice. I got some new equipment. I didn't used to be a dude or anything. Here's what happened. So a couple years ago, I went to go off a rope swing, right? And let's face it, you guys, I'm like as strong as a wet square of toilet paper. Like, in the wintertime, I get pinned underneath my covers at night. Like, I have no business trying to support all 47 pounds of me swinging from a rope. But I tried it, and I fell, landed on a rock, sending my snatch back to the Stone Age. Seriously, it took getting your rocks off to a whole new level, dude. No joke, I really slammed the clam. And it was unfortunate for the family, but lucky for me, there was a young Chinese woman in the hospital waiting to donate her lady parts. So now, I have a Chinese fortune cookie. That's so sweet, isn't it? They installed it sideways, so it's a little extra slanty. And now I'm better at math, so let's get it. It's handy, if you will. Sorry, I just had a masturbation thing occur to me in my head. Gross. Get it? Not here, sir. That is behind closed doors only. But it happens, because when I think about me, I touch myself. Oh, okay. All right. I had a little carried away. That was very in the moment. We were talking about my package, you guys. It does math. That's the focus of right now. I'm sorry. We'll talk more about masturbation later. Okay, so I had some other jobs before I started doing stand-up comedy too. They're like, after that happened to me, I was like, I'm not gonna work anymore. I'm gonna do comedy. But before that, I did all sorts of crap. Like, I waited tables for a long time. Take care of your bartender. That's a hard job. Seriously, I once had this dude. He came into my bar and drank with me all day. Right? And at the end of the day, I gave him his check, and he's like, CKM, I don't have any money to pay for this. And unfortunately, I can't leave you a tip. But to make it up to you, I'm going to take you out to the alley after your shift, and I'm going to get you high. Sounded like a terrible idea, so I went. And we got down there, and the dude didn't have any weed. What exactly? So I raped him. Tip the staff, ladies and gentlemen. Educational comedy from me to you. You're welcome. And for the record, I tipped him. I'm just saying. A couple dollars. I think it's possibly, conceivably, my love for horticulture that led me to stand-up comedy. That could be the thing. Because I wanted to be in the U.S. Army. I wanted to be in the military. I sat down with my recruiter, and he said, Courtney, we have to talk about your drug use. And I said, shit. He said, how many times in your life would you say you've smoked marijuana? I said, wow. Well, what is 6 times 365? Fortune cookie says 2,190. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Pink. You should watch me do my taxes, you guys. You should see me do my taxes. Sexy. All right. I don't know. I thought about being a stripper before I started doing stand-up. I really did. I thought about it long and hard. I figure I already have the daddy issues. Why not throw on some go-go boots and a coke habit, right? But here's the thing. I've never actually been to a strip club before. Right? So I go to audition, I roll into this joint, there's nobody there except for one dude with a colostomy bag. Ew! Gross! Oh my God, immediately I'm questioning my future as a stripper, but I stayed, I stared, I judged. And then, Felicia popped up onto the stage. And Felicia was about the size of a hippopotamus. And to keep it sexy, she had on this mesh top that kind of made her look like bubble wrap. After she spun around trying to rip the pole out of the ceiling a couple of times, old man with the colostomy bag decided it was more entertaining to pick up his pedal pouch and stare at the wall than to watch Felicia disrobe pop into our little pudgy bubbles. Gross, you guys. That is harsh, you guys. Like, talk about rejection, you know what I mean? was at that moment that I realized, like, whatever it is that it takes to be a stripper, I don't have it. Nope. Or tits. Stand-up comedy it is. This is a good job. It really is. I love it. It's good, you know. But it does require quite a bit of travel, and I travel alone, you know. So I occasionally worry about things like rape. Especially after that last guy called the cops. Whew, that was so inconvenient for me. Wow, it really, he was such a pussy. I gave him $20. Do you believe it? What a waste. What a freaking waste. I don't know. I like that you guys are nice. I like that you laughed at that. That means you're smart. You remembered what I said for long enough to laugh again. You're really sweet. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you finished your GED. I knew you could do it. I knew you could. So proud of you. I don't know. So, it's been a big year for me. It's been pretty interesting. 2011, it's like the last year we have to live, right? It's been pretty cool so far. It started off a little shitty, not gonna lie. First of the year, I was living in my brand new mobile home. She's a 1993 Dodge Dynasty. Yeah, she's got a slight Vaseline leak, so I nicknamed her the Bomb. She's cute. And then I got a new job. I got a job as a nanny, right? And I don't need to be around kids. That's not a thing that I ever need to do. On top of that, this was a special needs child. Like, whoa, what do you do with a special needs? What does he like pot? And he does. He does. We smoked together one time. I got him off the bus. I was like, hey, buddy, let's go inside. And he's like, Courtney, I need some Coca-Cola. And I said, well, buddy, we don't have any Coca-Cola. How about some lemonade? And he said, lemonade? I can't dip my potato chips in lemonade. All my years of stoning, and that never occurred to me. This retard is a fucking genius. What? Potato chips and Coca-Cola? Sign me up. That would work for everything. Doritos, Munch 'em, doesn't matter. Everyone salty and satisfying. Oh, that sounds so good. But I had to leave. I had to move out. Because I have warrants. Evidently, rape is a felony. Who knew? But and I said to the father, does that really warrant me leaving? He didn't find it clever at all, nor did you, moving forward. So it was at that point that my boyfriend was like, Courtney, well, why don't you just move in with me? Like, why don't you just move in with me? You know, we've been seeing each other for a while. This could be good. And I'm like, that's a good point. You know, I've never been pregnant before. Let's do this. Maybe 2011 for that year I get that abortion I've always wanted. I'm just kidding. Dude, don't you judge me. Your choice, your body, whatever. Calm down. Here's the thing. It's not the choice that I would make for me. I would not have an abortion. That's not the thing that I would do. No way. I would sell it. At the very least, turn a profit on your bad decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, think smarter. Save lives. All right. It's not very often. It's specifically in Indiana that you can do a pro-life joke and get a standing ovation. That is only in Indianapolis. That is the land of the redness. Welcome to the show. That is really funny. All right, so we're living with him. We're shacking up. We're living in sin. That's cool. I'm really in no place to judge. You know, I'm just happy to have a boyfriend. I'm sort of ridiculous. And it's nice, you know, because we have these super sweet nicknames for each other. Like he calls me Turkey. Because after a little hoo-ha, he just wants to go to sleep. Depot because it's easier for me to do it myself. He loves that joke. He does. It's his favorite. I don't know. I like to have nicknames for all the things I care about in my life. I really do. You know, like my sister, she's a real trashy broad, so I nicknamed her Curbside. And she's got 2 illegitimate children. One of them's fat and the other one's gay, so I named them Hefty and Glad. And my mom's got Parkinson's disease, so I call her Michael J. Fox.
Oh, really, dude? Come on. Even if that hurt her feelings, she just shake it right off. You calm down. Mom loves that joke. Don't you judge me. She's happy I'm even here right now. I could have died of shaken baby syndrome in the womb. In the womb. In the womb.
I love you, Mommy. This man... I'm just kidding. Here's the thing, though. When I was a little girl, I used to live in an all-black neighborhood with Michael J. Fox and Curbside, and it was like literally, it was an all-black neighborhood, like to the point that we were just like 3 marshmallows floating around in a cup of hot cocoa. Every time we opened the front door, it looked like a chess match had gone terribly wrong. Like, I didn't even know there were other white people in the world. I just thought I was some sort of pasty mistake. But I didn't gain perspective growing up that way. You know, like I noticed early on, poor black people sit on their porches a lot. You do. Poor white people don't do that because trailers don't come with porches. Yeah. Curbside lives in a porchless community. I like to call that shit the dumpster. Damn. Too harsh for my slutty sister? It's not my fault she didn't keep it. I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense. I'm just talking. People pay me for this at different times in my life. That is absurd. How are we doing on time, speaking of? I'm a 15? Excellent. That means I have fulfilled my contractual agreement. I'm calling my agent as soon as we leave here. I don't have an agent. All right. So, I'll leave on this little interesting tidbit. I'm happy to be in a relationship again. I was single for a pretty long time, and I actually ended up trying to meet someone online. I was trying to use an online dating site called plentyoffish.com. Yeah, I found out real quick that all the fish just want to get in the boat. And it didn't work out really at all because all the people that use that site are either broke or old, you know. So on Saturday nights I was choosing from like coupon man or Viagra guy. Like, what am I going to do with a $5 footlong too stiff to eat? Delicious. And I've never been able to figure out why relationships are so tricky either, you know? Like, my family tells me it's communication. Communication is the key to a successful relationship. Personally, I think that's bullshit. Because my last boyfriend talked all the time. Just talked, and talked. Finally one day, I just looked at him and I said, baby, there are so many better things you could be doing with your mouth right now. But I've given the relationships a chance, you know, and I'm really glad that I did because this is what I figured out. You can take this with you, like, relationships don't have to be hard because men and women really aren't that different, and I can prove it. So, like, women are really into chick flicks, right? And men are really into porn. Like, at least everyone agrees a great movie requires a box of Kleenex. That's been my time. I'm Courtney K. Meyers or CKM. Thanks for listening.
I